first. Okay, 7th grade, our objective today is to talk about absolute value inequalities. On Friday, we talked about finding absolute value of complex numbers, but we also talked about solving absolute value equations. So today we're taking it one step further, and this is the last step we're taking in Algebra 1 with absolute value. So tomorrow's a review day. Wednesday's quiz is on everything in this packet that we've learned. I made a review sheet last period, so we'll work on that tomorrow. It's a short quiz on Wednesday. You have all period if you need it, but it won't be anything really long. Okay, so let's start with going over the 5-6, which is the absolute value homework. Number 11, Will, we'll start with you. What'd you get? Good. Luke C, number 12. Great job. Number 13, Gigi. Good, square root of 2. Nathan, 14. Great job. Kyle, 15. Say that again. Oh, I thought I saw yours. Okay, then I'm going crazy. Never mind. Eric, number 15. No? Kevin? Good. 5. Anna, number 16. Good. Square root of 29. Okay, so check those. I'll come back to questions. But if you got something wrong, make sure you fix it. These are good review problems. Okay, 6.5 solutions. You guys, I just wanted you to do the odds. This is the one where you take your equation, you split them up into 2. So Brian C, number 1. Good. Number 3, Marissa. Good. Kyle, number 5. 7, and what was the other one? Good, that air conditioner's just loud. Brian B, number 7. Good, and I'm going to simplify that to 7 over 2, but either way is fine. Andy, number 9. No, you said 7 and negative 7? Oh, thank you. Eric, number 11. Negative 9 over 5? Should be negative 8 over 5. Yes. So, Eric, maybe you added wrong. It's the only thing I can think of. Alina, 13. Nope. That one you can solve. Remember, always get it into standard form before you determine whether it's none or a solution, Jared. Good. 15, Luke B. Good, so negative 7 over 2 and negative 5 over 2. You can have them as decimals, that's fine. 17, Maddie. Negative 1.5, but yes. Anna, 19. Good. Nathan, 21. Good job. All right, so check those. Make sure you're okay with them. Okay, questions on, we'll start with this assignment first, I guess. Anyone need me to go over any of these? We're going to do one together before we move on to the notes, but no? Gigi? Everyone thought this was pretty easy then, I take it. Okay, how about the Pythagorean theorem, absolute value stuff? Anything easy to? Man, you guys did well. We did 2 things on Friday. Good job. Good. Brianna? Okay. So if it's in, so let's say, Brianna, we have 2x minus 1 equals negative 5. Can you take absolute value and get a negative number? No. So if it's like this, ax plus b equals c, this cannot be negative. If it's negative, no solution. Is that it? Anyone else? Eric. 15 on this one, right? The other one. Okay. Okay, let me go over here. After you graph it, Eric, you're just using Pythagorean's theorem to find the diagonal. So you take 4 squared plus 3 squared equals c squared. 16 plus 9 equals c squared. Square root of 25 is 5. You're okay with graphing it, right? The real is here. Okay. Anyone else? Positive? Okay, take the homework / note packet, which is the same thing, and go to page, I always have to find it because these note packets are, okay, go to page 7. Thanks, Jared was already there. And here's the plan. This is the last new concept in this packet. I have a shortcut to help you remember this. You'll see this a little bit in geometry, but more so in Algebra 2. So we're going to solve and graph absolute value inequalities. So very similar to the equations, but now we're going to have less than, greater than, less than or equal to, greater than or equal to. This is all we're going to do today, and I promise you there will be time to start homework. No, it's not hard. If you listen to my shortcut that I'm going to give you, it's not hard. Okay, so let's start with the warm-up, quote-unquote, but we're actually going to do this together. So look at 1 and 2 at the very top, just for practice. Who can remind us, how do you solve an absolute value equation? So let's just backtrack to Friday's lesson. Gigi, what do we do? Okay. Good. So for an absolute value equation, I want you guys all to do this. We separate them. We get rid of the absolute value sign. One of them is set equal to 4. Another one is set equal to -4. From there, you solve. You get 2 answers. Luke C., what is this answer going to be? Good. Brian C., what's this answer going to be, the second one? Good. So if we plug those back in, they are both solutions that work. Because the absolute value of something is always positive. It's the distance from 0. Okay, the second one. Before you split it up, what's the very first thing we need to do? Maddie, very first thing. Good. We need to get it into the form ax plus b in the absolute value symbol equals c. So we have absolute value of x plus 5 equals 10. Okay, once you have in that form, Eric, what do we do? Awesome. So take a second. I want you guys to find both answers, and I'm going to have one person tell us both answers this time. And you should all really be able to do this. This part's easy. Kevin, what'd you get? Did I mess up? Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry. You did say that. Kevin, my fault. Yes, it is. He's right, sorry. 5 and -15. I don't know what the heck I was looking at, sorry. Any questions on either one of those? Okay, let's go to right below that. There are 2 problems. Hey, where did I put it? All right, let's not go to those yet. Okay, the box at the bottom, let's go there first. And then I'll go back up to the top. So here's what this is. We need to solve an absolute value inequality. You need to fill it on your notes, and then I'll explain. When the equation is ax plus b less than c, it's read as less than, so change it to and. I'll explain that in a minute. I want you to fill in on the blanks for the first line, -c and +c. So that's the first thing I want you to do. Fill in blanks for -c and +c. So when it's an absolute value inequality and it's less than, I want you to read it now as less than. Less than. Why are we changing less than to less than? Because you change it into an and compound inequality. I know, kind of a stretch. But you change less than, an absolute value inequality, to less than, which reminds you it's an and compound inequality. What do you think greater than is going to be? Eric? Yeah, greater than. Greater, so it's an or. See, isn't that shortcut awesome? If it's greater than, such as ax plus b greater than c, you change it to an or compound inequality. So it's greater. So instead of greater than, we're doing, you guys don't think it's awesome? I think this shortcut is great. Greater. Who else is going to give you a shortcut like this? What'd you say? It's going to shorten it, I promise. Eric. Oh, I'd be in trouble. See, this is why I teach math and not English. Greater than. So if you see greater than, you can. It's going to be an or. If you see less than, it's an and. Okay? You guys don't seem amused by this. Well, you don't need to pretend to be. All right. So go back up to number 1. That was above that. Number 1. Loopy, you shouldn't be yelling out. Okay, number 1A that's above that is absolute value of x less than 3. So less than, this is an and compounds inequality, so I want you to write and next to it. So just a reminder of how to graph this. X in the middle, it's less than 3. Get rid of the absolute value symbol. Greater than negative 3. It's less than. It's an and compound inequality. There's a number line below that for you. What kind of circle would be above negative 3 and positive 3? What kind of circle, Eric? Filled in or open? What kind of circle would go above 3 and negative 3? Open or closed? Open circles. And is it connecting in the middle or is it going in opposite directions? Well, good. Connecting in the middle because it's less than, and the only way you can color less than is in between. X is between those two numbers. Yes, we did this in chapters 3 and 6. We also did this last year, but this is a more difficult concept that still incorporates that. Okay. The 1B is absolute value of x greater than 3. So if it's greater than, it's greater, so it's an or, which means x is greater than positive 3, or what would the other one be? Well, x is less than negative 3, so flip the sign, make it negative. We've done this before. Or has to go in opposite directions. So your number line, I'm just going to put 2 lines here, would have an open circle above each. Arrows are going in opposite directions. It has to be greater than 3 and less than negative 3. So greater, less than. My shortcut makes this easier, don't you think? No, or, Gigi. One or the other. If it's and, it's in between, Gigi. If it's or, it's one or the other. It's Monday. All right, let's, Kevin. Hey, but she's not stupid, okay? Hey, quit yelling out. That's all I'm asking you to do. Okay, let's go to number 2. What is going on with these notes? Where are they? All right, no, because we have to do the harder ones. All right. Hey, guys. Yeah, that's for a different reason. Okay, letter D. Okay, letter D, Luke B. That means you need to still behave, okay? Let's go to that one. So we have absolute value of x plus 3 greater than 8. So greater. What is one of the equations going to be? We need to split them up into 2. Eric, what's one of them going to be? Good. Sorry. So one of them is x plus 3 greater than 8. Remember, the word or needs to be between them because it's greater. What is the second inequality? Will? Good. So one of the inequalities is always just as it appears, but we get rid of the absolute value symbol. The second one is flip the absolute value, flip the inequality, make the number the opposite sign. So it's one of them is exactly the same. The other one for or, flip it, change the sign. Okay, let's solve them. First one, we need to subtract 3 on both sides. So we have x is greater than 5. Or, let's solve the other one. Minus 3 on both sides. We have x is less than negative 11. Okay, on our number line, I'm just going to put two numbers. You guys can do the same. -11 is down here. 5 is here. Kevin, do we have open or closed circles above the? Good. Open circle above 5. Arrow's going to the right because it's greater than. Great tour. Open circle above -11. Arrow going to the left. Pretty easy, right, Kevin? Well, because there's more steps. That means it's not really that much harder. It's just more steps. Okay, let's go. You okay, Gigi? Let's go to letter F. And as long as you guys are okay with this one, this will be the last one. Shh, you guys, for a Monday, are very talkative today. Shh. Luke, C, we're proud of you. All right. What'd you say? Okay. Brian C, is this an and or an or? Hey, whoever just told him. Okay, why is it and? Good. Less than. So this is an and compound inequality. What do we need to do first before we make it an and? Well, you're on the ball today. Good. Get it into the standard form for these types of problems. So we need to add 8 to both sides. So we have 3, absolute value of 5m minus 6, less than or equal to 21. Nathan, how do we get rid of the 3? Good. Divide both sides by 3. Whoops. So we have absolute value of m minus 6, less than or equal to 7. Now, this is a less than problem. So what does the next step look like? Someone besides Will. What does the next step look like? Gigi? Good. This is an and. So what do we put on the other side? Remember, usually when we have ands, they're all together. Go ahead. Good job. So when you have an and, rewrite it just as it appears. And technically, the sign is flipped. It just doesn't look like it. Remember how you read this one this way, and you read this one this way. If you would prefer to split them up, you may. But I know most of you guys and girls like to write it together. Is everyone okay with that? Are you guys confused? Okay. So we need to solve this. How do we solve something like that? You guys remember? How do we get m all by itself in the middle, Brianna? Good. So add 6 to the middle, to the left, and to the right. So let's do this one. We'll get a decimal, but that's okay. Oh, never mind. Okay, so we have -1 less than or equal to 5m less than or equal to 13. And then divide everything by 5 to get rid of the 5 in the middle. And this is obviously not a very nice problem, but that's okay. So we have, let's leave it like this first. -1/5 less than or equal to m less than or equal to 13 over 5. Yeah, you can change them to decimals if you want. I'm going to keep the fractions on the number line just as they appear. You may do it like that. If you would rather change it to a decimal, you can do that. This one's a little bit different. Luke B, open or closed circles?
That is closed.
Good. Luke B, did you learn the shortcut I taught them today?
Yes.
Did you? Oh,
Well, not necessarily in that way.
oh so you didn't learn it then.
Not in that
You learned the lesson, but not the cool shortcut.
Not the short.
Okay. Kevin?
Wait, how does that?
He just learned it earlier than we did. Any questions on that? So less than great tour. Got it? Okay, take the same packet, flip to practice 6.6, and I don't know because, hey, 16. Okay, so here's what you need to do. You guys have 10 minutes. Page 16 is where practice 6.6 is. No, guys, there's only 12 problems. You're fine. Okay, 12 problems. You have 10 minutes, so quit complaining. Okay? You guys, you never complained last year. Well, most of you didn't. Kevin, maybe you did. Guys and girls, 1 through 12, let's go. You have 10 minutes, so you guys are good at math. It's not many problems for 10 minutes left. Less than, great tour. I want you to work on your own. If you have any questions, let me know. Just a reminder, quiz Wednesday on the material in this packet. Tomorrow we'll work on a review.